Having a real laugh tonight. It was fun last time, and tonight's even funnier. My guest tonight is Clifford Storr, and Lancaster Navigator. We've moved all around everything with Cliff now, haven't we? And so Brenda is sort of... It sounds like you made a wise move there. So he's not only got through 50 sorties across Germany, he's had a couple of bombing raids and God knows what else. He's been shot down, but the danger is now that Brenda's other half, who's an American captain, is going to come across and shoot you. So you've now put your name down for, is it Japan or India? Where does Japan and India?
It was to form a squadron to bomb Japan.
Bomb Japan, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're now at the point then where we as England or Great Britain are going to get involved in bombing Japan.
Yes, that's right. We were being kitted out for the Far East, and vaccinations and so on for the Far East, but just at the time when we were due to start to fly off to the Far East, the Americans dropped the atomic bomb on Japan.
Hiroshima.
And the whole thing was cancelled. But the CEO said, look, Cliff, we need a navigator in a place called Moripur in India. Would you like it? And I say, oh, well, that's far enough away from
Brenda.
From this captain.
Doesn't matter which one, does it, really? Yeah.
And so I set off for India, and Moripur, I thought, I hope it's a nice place, Moripur. So I got to it, and he'd forgotten to say it's not only Moripur, it's Moripur Sindh Desert. And I got there, and it was a little staging post in the Sindh Desert, miles away from anywhere, and its purpose was a troop movement between England and India and on to Burma.
Right, okay. So I don't remember us bombing the Indians, but so you're not in the Lancaster at this stage now.
No, I was desk-bound then as a navigation officer, helping navigators who were on this England-Burma route, and it was a place where this is a place that they could fill up with the fuel, or
like a staging post. Yeah.
And I got to it, and I thought, crikey, this is the end of the world. I'm saying, any entertainment here? Yes, said this fellow officer. There's a wind-up gramophone and one record, and that's the entertainment. And I can still remember this one record. It was a chap called Chick Bullock singing Stormy Weather. And I heard it about 3,000 times, I think.
You should have told me that in advance. I could have played it on the radio station.
Anyway, this chap, this mate of mine, or he had then become a mate, he said, look, Cliff, there's a railway club not very far away from here, because the English virtually ran the railways in America. He said, it's a good night out. So I said, oh, well, that, right. First chance we get, we'll go and have a night out at this railway club. But you've got to bear in mind that it was merely the fact that it was run by English, a railway club,
right.
That because I would have hesitated to go anywhere else,
yes.
Because at that time the Jai Hindi, the Free India movement was very strong, and this gave the opportunity to the real terrorists or madmen to attack, rob, and in some cases kill servicemen that they happened to.
What, British servicemen? Yeah. Okay.
So we went to this. We caught the crew bus to this railway club and had quite a nice evening. And the crew bus went back quite early, and my fellow officer said, "Oh, we won't catch the crew bus back. We'll catch a taxi and stay here a bit longer." So by that time, having had a couple of drinks, I said,
Couple of bevies, yeah.
That sounds fine. So we decided, and the taxi drove up. And straight away, I didn't like the look of him, but then I didn't like many of the Indians I'd met. And we set off, and the route from the camp, the staging post, and the railway club was virtually a straight road, you know. So we're going along, and suddenly he slowed down and turned into a dark alley. And I thought, God, after all I've been through, I'm going to finish up dead in a dark alley in India. But luckily, I was carrying I always carried a 38 revolver.
Well, that helps, doesn't it? Yes, okay. So you've gone tooled up to this.
So I took it out, and I tapped him on the side of the head and put the revolver into his neck and said, "Look, mate, stop." And he carried on for a few more yards, so I gave him a wallop with the barrel of the revolver, and he stopped, and I said, "Now look, mate, reverse out, or I am going to blow your head off. Even if I get killed, at least you're going to get killed first." So we reversed out, and we went on the straight road to the camp. And my mate, all this time, has been fast asleep, never even knew what happened. So we got to the guardhouse of the stage post, and I got out, and he said, "Money." I said, "You what? You know what you can do?" And I thought, I'd still like to blow your head off because I know what you had in store for me. So he kept saying, "Money, money." And the guard in the guardhouse came back and said, "Anything wrong, sir?" And so I told him. He said, "Why did you turn into this dark alley?" "Oh, I got lost, Saab. I got lost, And he says, "Bloody nonsense. You've been coming to this camp for ages. I recognise you. You're not getting any money." And he took him in the guardhouse, and he came out and said, "I'd like to charge him, but all he's got to say is he got lost or something. Yeah. So we'll just give him a good hiding and then send him on his way."
Do me a favour, Cliff. Remind me never to upset you, won't you? I'll tell you what, we'll come back in a couple of seconds. I've got to get you back for a third show. It's no good, mate, because I've still got loads on my list and I want to hear about Brenda again. But let's just go to this for a sec.